to like understand like 160 heart rate is not a good thing. Usually means that your heart's like, hey, something's wrong.
Yeah.
So finding out nothing's wrong with me, it's going to cost me a good chunk of money for this, but
just for the diagnostic. Did you find anything like? I mean, did you actually catch something like?
I mean, I had pneumonia 6 weeks back. I think I told you guys all that. Yeah. But my lungs have atelectasis, which means my alveoli, the airbags inside your lungs, those are kind of collapsed in one side of my lungs. Doesn't mean it's not usable. It's just that happens when you're sick sometimes. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're still collapsed, and it's like we had to figure out why.
Holy moly.
Yeah, I could have had COVID in the past, like in December-ish when I think I had it.
Okay.
And that permanently affected my lungs. Where, because I've heard people, their voices completely changed. Broadway actor, or he's a stage actor, I think, and yeah, he's like, I can't sing anymore because my vocal cords are damaged because of COVID. It's really weird. It affects everybody differently.
Did this happen before or after you decided to go into respiratory medicine?
It happened after. I started June last year.
Wow.
I know, it's one of those things. My brother's like, I need to have a career change. I'm like, I'm in the middle of one right now. He's like, you need another one because you're getting everything you treat.
No, that'll just make you better in your field because when people ask about you have personal experience.
No, we have a guy that actually had a trach. I mean, he got shot in the face, so he had he's been intubated, put on a vent. He's had a trach collar where he's breathing through his neck. He's a pretty good example of if someone asked him like, oh, I don't know, it's going to hurt. He'd be like, this, see my face.
Yeah.
So we're still waiting on Nick Bolton, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I had said 7:45, and I guess I beat my own schedule. So yeah, we're just.
I guess he'll rejoin us in a second.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, when I got a second, if you happen to look at my spell list on D&D Beyond, I chose it when I was leveling up, and then I realized that I did it wrong.
I did not.
That's fine.
Is it changed now though?
It isn't. But I think I've got time, so I think I will go ahead and change it right now.
Sure.
What I was mistaken about was that I was switching around cantrips previously, and you actually can't do that. It's only spells, not cantrips.
Oh,
so
okay.
You can only learn new cantrips.
That's a distinction.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go arcane trickster with all these spells.
Yeah, I was looking at things. And I'm not going to be like I probably won't go warlock again for a very, very long time, if at all. So my spells are kind of locked in.
That's cool. You're going barbarian too. Switches it up.
I think at higher levels it's going to be a very nice combo.
Every time you kill something, you get temporary hit points.
Yeah, not very many, but still enough because I'm expecting to be hit most rounds.
I think I might just stay in that, right? Just help people from 30 feet away.
Yeah, staying ranged being able to stay ranged as rogue and have that be viable is sort of an interesting thing.
I did like almost all D&D stuff today. Like I did a lot of prep for the other game and made some other characters just for fun, just characters that I've written about in short stories, made them as D&D characters.
My help command is I'm going to pretend to shoot that person. He's going to be like, oh shit, and then you get an advantage on your attack roll. So it's one of those, I have to stay ranged, but a pretty close range for that to really work out. If I have to, I could still run away 90 feet.
Yeah, pretty easily with your cunning action.
I know.
Yeah, rogues have a lot of versatility in 5e. They're really fun.
Nick? Yay.
Okay.
Yo.
Oh,
I think Jay and Shar should have like a little training bout so they can get their experience to get up to level 3.
oh, Frank, are you here? I got your email this morning that you're not going to have internet this week. So you
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to join.
I'm playing with I decided I don't care if Verizon charges me for mobile data. I'm not spending any money this week anyways living.
Well, you're only doing audios, so as long as you don't stream Mike's
Yeah.
audio's nothing.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, the worst it's gonna be is like $20, and that's worth it. I don't care, you know.
That I mean, sometimes they even have it after X amount of time. This is back in the day, but it might be like, oh no, after 7 p.m. Doesn't charge you. I don't know.
I mean, the downside is it's on my phone, so it's just audio.
Yeah.
for this session, I think that'll be okay.
Don't stream it, but who cares?
Yeah, you can watch the stream later if you really want to. So
I did watch the fight you guys had with the Blue Dragon. What was his name's not Diabron, John, but whatever the Blue Dragon guy's name was.
Sign Wrath.
yeah, that was a
That was a
challenging
nail
fight.
biter.
Okay. Well, so you guys, just to recap from last time, you guys made it out of the Raiders camp with having freed some people, most notably Leosin, the half-elf monk who has been investigating the Cult of the Dragon. You guys kind of compared notes, and he kind of impressed upon you that if they set out again, preferably, or even if you have to try and make another infiltration, that dragon, what they refer to as the Hatchery, is deeply troubling and could maybe have some more information about what the cult's up to. That's a cave that was at the back of the camp. None of you got a good look at this cave entrance, really. You weren't really in the Raiders camp for very long. At least not from that angle, from an angle where you would have been able to really watch that. And you guys spent a night in Greenest, and many of you leveled up. So I thought before setting out, we might semi out of character, semi in character if you want, because this is level 3 is a big level. This is where you get your archetypes and where your character class really kind of solidifies. So I was interested in kind of hearing what you guys decided to go with. But before we do that, just a minor RP point. Just out of curiosity. So you guys stayed the night in Greenest. You would have gotten some rooms at the inn. The inn, they're hard up for space though. So I'm curious if the inn said they could give you 2 rooms. Who would decide to go in what room, or would any of you be like, yeah, screw this, I'll just go pitch a tent outside somewhere?
I was gonna say I'm a noble. I need a bed.
Yeah, I need a bed too.
I think I could go. Could I go to the church and stay there?
If you really want to, but there is the 2 rooms there's enough beds. It's like they're offering the 2 noble suites that they have because you're the heroes of town. So that each suite has a king bed, that could sleep 2 people, and a sofa as well.
I would take up a whole bed.
Be comfortable sleeping on the street.
I don't mind.
Char also mentioned
I don't
that
know.
he's used
They would if the
Really?
innkeepers would be like, please no, don't sleep on the street. There's plenty of room here for all of you.
I'll definitely take a room. Who's gonna sleep in the room with the rogue?
Well, if you insist.
I'm leery of sharing a room with the rogue, but
Yeah.
I'll take the other room.
Yeah, I'll take the other room too. I'm used to sleeping in like a pile of cobwebs, so I'm not worried about.
I'm gonna say, Jay, you can stay in the same room. You have nothing I want to take anyway.
I have so much money now. I have like
Yeah, but
30 gold or something.
the money can go to a good cause, and I'm not into taking money. I'd rather take stuff.
All I can say is that you people have no idea how to treat a young lady. You guys should be 5 in one room, and I should get one to myself. Since that's not going to happen, I'll be sleeping outside. No way am I sharing a room with one of you chumps.
Oh.
The innkeeper would like say Imelda, well, if you insist, we do have like a room with other women in it. That we put them together. They'd all lost their homes.
Oh, okay, then I'll do that.
Okay.
Think of you that way, Imelda.
What's that?
Nothing.
So
That's right.
from what I heard, we've got Jay and Zeal in a room, Tars, and I'm not sure who else. Tars Shar. And how about Diabroth?
Well, if he's got a room big enough for me.
Yeah, you could sleep on a sofa. Like maybe you'd let the normal like sleep. I mean, you're medium size. Maybe you've got 4 or 5 inches on somebody else, but I mean, it's not like you're a large size character or anything.
Yeah, I'll take a couch.
All right. What
You staying with
what room?
Warlock?
What room?
The warrior rogue.
I'll
With the warlocks
go with,
or with the warrior rogue?
the warrior rogue.
I can speak Draconic now.
Oh, nice. I can
really?
also speak that with you.
And we can converse in
Yes.
Draconic tonight.
And I chose Abysmal, which I think the shark can speak Abysmal too.
Yeah, I can also speak that.
I cannot.
Okay.
No.
Well, this was somewhat important. Well, not really important, but the over the night, it's uneventful for most of you, except both the warlocks have some troubled dreams. And you're in the same room with each other. So, Tars, you first. I told you in a previous email you've had like some troubling dreams.
Yes.
They often were like very much like red was like a common color you were always seeing, for whatever reason. And you have it's like a slight flashback, and I'm actually going to change the thing here to the previous scene. You have a flashback to everything that happened in the Raiders camp, and you did not consciously notice this while you were there. Like you didn't make a note of it, but like in the thing that you're like as your vision, I guess, of the Raiders camp, you notice there's one, and you're like when you wake up, even you're like, was that really there? It was. There's this one tent that is like crimson red, and it was towards the back of the camp.
Okay.
In fact, you probably would have seen it when you were coming, because you were up above and you like shot at the guard tower up there. So like you might have looked over, and that's when you might have seen it. You didn't really think about it at the time. But for some reason, like this is coming up in your dream, and you hear a voice around that time as well, and it says, well, this one seems to be progressing well. Moving on. And it doesn't sound like someone's talking to you. It's almost as if you like overheard a conversation.
Okay.
That's the vision you get. And you probably like wake up like it wasn't like a nightmare, but you definitely feel like unsettled or confused when you wake up. And Zashar, we already talked about what happened in your dreams. So yeah. I guess you guys both wake up, and it's up to you if you decide to share anything about your experiences.
Yeah, Zashar is definitely like wakes up with a jolt, like a cold sweat, like big, like it's like there's no like subtlety about it.
I'm right on the same page with you.
And after he collects himself and like is aware that you're awake, sort of like silently acknowledges you and says, "I'm sorry about that."
No, I have troubling dreams also. I know the feeling of waking like this. Might I ask what yours was?
Was the demon queen tormenting me? She says that even up here on the surface, I can be made to do her bidding, no matter how much I choose to fight. It's troubling to try and follow a path. Hard enough to figure out what good and evil are, but even harder when you're sworn to serve.
At least you know who you're sworn to serve. I still don't know my Dark Master.
You don't? How did you form a pact? You don't know if you don't know who it was with. Did you not need to know the name?
It was done by proxy, more or less. I was tricked into it. But he still torments me with nightmares from time to time. But some of them show me secrets, show me things I should pay attention to. So I'm not even sure it's all bad.
Well, you're lucky to be getting any help. I get nothing but cursed mockeries, and I'm sure if the goddess had anything to say to a surface dweller, it would only be a threat of death anyway.
And it's around this time, Zashar, that you're like kind of like getting up and like opening your pack and you stumble across.
Okay, well, Zashar also like flings his pack across the room for a second and stands up and like looks for a weapon. He goes over and like starts kicking his pack and stomping things in it.
What the hell is that? There's doing to your pack, man.
Sorry, I don't know.
I meditate for 4 hours a night. That's my sleep.
Yeah.
I heard that.
There's spiders crawling out of here. I don't know if you see them or not. I don't know if it's real. Mike, you can be the judge of that, I guess. But yeah, I will hold up what Zashar thinks is a crushed spider.
It's real.
Ugh.
And they're not even the kind that are good to eat. Throw it out the window.
All I had was a dream about a red tent and some scary individuals. Something to do with that camp we were in.
But she's telling me she can still reach me. That's what the spiders are, which means that she can still reach all of you. Perhaps I'm a danger just even being with you.
Now. I think there's plenty of dangerous things we actually see on the day-to-day.
Well, that's why I took up the sword. I need to learn to rely on myself instead of to rely on her powers. But I've never been able to do anything alone. Not since I was a child. Not since my earliest memories. I've needed help for everything in my life.
Tars, as you're also like getting up and getting your affairs in order, yeah, that new item you're talking about is in your pack, and you like definitely don't remember putting it in there.
Slide a book from my pack. Covers kind of some creepy leather. I page through it, feeling the power. Well, my patron seems to have given me a gift as well. Mine doesn't crawl.
Can you tell us what that means for your character?
So I've taken the Pact of the Tome. It's one of the warlock options. I take, at 3rd level, I get 3 cantrips from any class. And as long as I have the book in my possession, I can cast the cantrips at will. If I lose it, I can always get it back. Later on, there's some other cool stuff, like I can take ritual spells and inscribe them.
Yeah, so you can copy spells like a wizard can now, as long as they have the ritual tag, right?
Yes, and as long as I have the time to do it. So, but it doesn't seem like it's that high of a cost, so I'm happy to take that option.
Cool. And have you already selected your cantrips?
I have.
What do we got? Or we can just see it in combat, I guess. You can surprise us.
Yeah.
And I mean, I learned some other new spells too, so it's that kind of thing.
Cool. So that is a set of the various warlock archetypes. I'm guessing that's the more like spell focused one.
It is spell focused. The path of the blade seems more like what Zashar's doing with the cross classing. Yeah, so I chose that way.
Cool.
Zitsar will also ask you, as he looks over the book for a minute, he says, I feel like I've overstepped my bounds. Please, can I ask a favor of you?
Of course, but you've never overstepped. What's your favor?
Don't tell the others what I said about needing help and about being a threat.
No worries, my friend. I come from a life where I never felt useful. I never felt like I was a part of anything. I was always on the outside, even though I was in luxury. So I kind of know where you're coming from. It's our secret, no problem.
Well, next time I go shopping, maybe you can tell me what the values of this currency is. I'm so used to the undercurrency that's, similar metals but different values. Even then, I was never allowed to study mathematics. So everything that my knowledge necessarily doesn't reflect my intellect, as I would have it put.
I've got your back, Zashar. Don't worry.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna try and sleep a little more before morn.
All right. Eventually, you guys all meet up. This is kind of we're kind of backtracking here because we'd already had a conversation in the morning with the governor and Leosin, but could the rest of you, I guess, just briefly maybe chat in the morning and discuss about what new capabilities you have? Here, should we start with Diabroth?
Yeah. Well, I have taken an oath, a sacred oath of devotion.
To whom? Jashar looks like panicked already.
To the god I pray to, Tyr. So.
Would a simple knowledge religion tell me that Tyr is like a good god?
Yeah, you need to roll it though, for sure.
Okay,
it's common knowledge to most people, but you need to roll.
Yeah, wow, that's right. I'm not from around here, so. Well, I got a. Let's see, 10.
It's a very common god. I'll say, yeah, you've heard of it. You know it's a
Then
good god. You don't know much about it.
He looks relieved. He's like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think I misunderstood."
He's a very good god. I got a couple new spells from that, but mainly I can cast a sacred weapon, or channel divinity to a sacred weapon, or turn the unholy. So I'm a little stronger.
All right, Imelda.
Well, as I might have mentioned, I too feel that I have now the ability to use more powers than before, and I really hate to bring up my mother, but you know how I always make fun of people in battle. Well, she was also an expert in belittling people, and she was even better at it than she was at the magical arts, and she was really good at those too. So anyway, she always was trying to mold me into someone like her, but I really didn't want to do it. But I sort of feel like I'm going down the road of chasing after knowledge, but in my own way, and I'm okay with that now. So yeah, I've in game terms I've gone down the College of Lore, so I'll be a more spell casting bard than a martial one.
Excellent.
And I think also that I've been able to dredge up from my memory some of my mom's spells that might just help us in this next battle.
Oh.
I sure hope they do.
All right, Zashar and Jay, you're still not quite there, but you will be very soon, hopefully. How about Zeal?
I'm able to make myself look like anyone else with my disguise kit.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that could come in very handy.
because I have some family history that those skills will come in very they fit very nicely in my overall plan. Still don't want to go north, but a little convincing. I think I could maybe join you guys. I'm going down the mastermind, so I can help you guys from 30 feet away, give you advantage as long as I'm within 30 feet.
Yeah, you can do what? You can do the help action at range. Right.
At 30 feet.
In fact, is it a bonus action for you?
It is a bonus action.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know that existed. In fact, when I made my rogue in the last game, I didn't apparently did not read Mastermind at all, because that would have been tempting for me, I think.
As long as they can see or hear me within 30 feet, you get an advantage on attack roll. As long as I designate who.
Yeah, and if you're like staying in range and not using your bonus action for your 2-weapon fighting, you'd like that would free it up to still be something very useful.
Then my sneak attack went up. Yay! What else? Oh yeah, and I learned 2 new languages. So I've been practicing my Abysmal and Draconic. I can talk to gods, demons, dragons, and dwarves.
I'm gonna. Jashar will say you'd best keep the foul tongue out of your mouth because you never know who is listening when you speak it.
Yeah, no foul language now.
I need to know. I need to know how to speak this for Emily reasons.
I was made to learn it, or else the skin would have been laid from my back. And sometimes it was when my pronunciation was off.
Being able to speak Draconic will come in handy against this cult.
Yeah.
Although,
Especially if I'm able to.
I noticed a lot of their cultists couldn't speak it. I tried. Remember, Zeal?
Well, the higher ups will, and if he can change what he looks like to look like anything, well, and he could speak their language, he could, replace a higher up or something maybe.
That does
I don't
sound
know.
valuable.
It could be.
Jay, you didn't level up yet, but I told this to
So
Zashar as well. You're very, very close, and the next, I think you might get into an encounter before the, basically before the next chapter starts in full. So if you get enough experience from like a random encounter or something this session, I'll go ahead and let you level up. Have you looked ahead at what archetype you want to take at level 3?
I think I'm gonna take the Battle Master.
Yeah, that's the best fighter one.
And figure out which of the maneuvers I want to learn. Yeah, that looks pretty fun to have some expertise dice.
Sweet. Great. Yeah,
And
I think you might even level up
get
this
mine.
session. So go ahead and start picking what you'd want for that then.
Yeah, the cross class prevents me from getting an archetype even if I do level up.
Well, when you hit level 3 of Barbarian, you would, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that'll be 2 levels from now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So with all that discussion out of the way, is there anything else? You guys did buy like some stuff. We kind of did a little bit of re-equipping, but is there any other business you need to do in town before setting off?
I'm just gonna buy a couple more daggers in case I need to throw them.
Didn't Imelda and Jay lose their armor and stuff? Did they rebuy that?
I believe we were able to get studded
Yeah.
leather.
So
That was
close.
pretty common, and I remember buying a new rapier.
Yes.
Top off my flasks of booze, and I'll be ready for the road.
Zeal, if you want a dagger, as a Shar will give you one, but it looks kind of creepy. Like it definitely looks like it's a drow like.
Is it from the?
Yeah, like a drow like religious ritual dagger.
Ooh, I might need one of those.
It's not
I'm gonna
magic.
buy.
You might.
Buy a
You never know
locker.
when you need one of those.
It's not magic or anything. It's just black and creepy looking, and has like the handle is wrapped in like spider web.
I want to buy a longsword.
A longsword? Yeah, you can buy
I will
one.
add that to my inventory.
Okay. How much is there? Can you get a masterwork one?
There is no masterwork in 5th Ed.
Okay, just wondering.
Um,
You have to pick one weapon that's like a special weapon to you. Paladin now.
I don't think so.
Paladins are trained in all martial weapons to start with, I think.
But don't they
Martial
like
simple. Yeah, I can use
they
any.
don't not like attune with a weapon or something like that? Or maybe that's at a later level. I have no idea.
My sacred oath can give me a sacred weapon, and it can be used on any weapon, I think.
yeah, just whatever weapon you have at the time.
Yeah. You can imbue a weapon with positive energy. So yeah, it's any weapon.
The only thing I want to shop for that I didn't do last session is if there's any edible fungus, like whatever it is, even if it's like serpent fungus.
I think you asked about that before we went to the bandit camp, but they're like, what?
Edible fungus?
No, I asked about underground fungus that's normal to me. So I'm gonna ask about like upperworld fungus. Just so it'd be like criminy mushrooms or some crap,
Yeah, the trader like whatever their farmers market essentially, or they would have some edible mushrooms. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna buy them and I'll taste them later. But
yeah, like some of their food is sort of like kind of on lockdown or higher price to like feed the people, but since you save their granary, they're in decent shape, and a mushroom is not like a essential food, I guess.
Yeah, well, I'll buy like a bushel of it or whatever the basic unit cost is,
Yeah, it'd probably be like a copper piece, really, like almost nothing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just to try them.
Sure.
For later.
Okay. Great. Well, that all being the case, I guess you guys set off to the south following, or actually, I guess, do you want to change your trajectory and how you progressed from what you did last time?
Liason didn't offer to come with us, did he?
He is still like exhausted, like exhaustion level 3 or something. He needs like a couple days to recuperate.
Right, he was tortured, and we can't wait that long. Okay,
yeah,
I see.
He said if you get, depending on when you guys get back, he's planning as soon as he's well enough to leave town to El Toro. And he said if you could meet him there, he would give you a reward for freeing him and such.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, there the trail south. Remember, like it gets to there was the point where there had been a rear guard before, and you guys took a wide berth around it.
Right.
Oh, I also want to buy a really wide brimmed hat, like for whatever the cost is. This is something that like will keep the sun out of my eyes for the most part.
Oh yeah, they definitely have that. This guy right here has one.
Yeah, it's not going to help in my stats or anything. It's just make him feel better.
Okay, sure. It looks
Do
a little.
you guys
weird.
think we should approach in any different way than before?
We can approach from the. I can't remember that tower was.
We want to
We could
watch
shoot down.
until they like most of them leave, right? So yeah, we shouldn't approach from a direction where they have any kind of watch.
Right, and we want to attack them at night, so
Mhm.
it'll take us a while to travel around to get to where they are.
It was almost dusk the first time we went there. By the time we got there, so
Yeah, but that time we didn't leave probably as early as we did this time because we had all that business that morning. This time we're just pretty much setting straight out. So we can get there and rest. That'll be nice.
okay.
Who knows? Perhaps we'll need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who knows what's gonna be on the road?
Yeah, so you can wait till it gets a little darker before getting, very close at all to the camp.
Yeah, that seems wise.
So yeah, you set out, and let's see if there's any random encounters. As a matter of fact, you get to it does eventually get a little more hilly, right? But there's still trees about. It's not to the full on dead bluffs with just scattered individual trees here and there. But well, actually, what languages do y'all speak? Does anyone speak Orcish?
Nope.
Oh, I was gonna do that, but no.
One moment, please. I think I do. Let me just take a look at my languages. I declared them here. I forget on this D&D Beyond character sheet where they actually print them. Yes, I do speak Orc.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't all of you roll perception anyway? And I'll roll for them as well.
I got a 9.
19 from Imelda.
I think perception is one of my skills, so I got pretty damn high. I got 17.
17 as well.
Okay. It's not very hard. You hear some tree branches snapping. They're not being very quiet up ahead of you, and some voices that some of you would recognize as Orcish. Imelda, you catch what you hear is camp almost empty now. We find out what in the cave. Send in the big guy.
Oh.
Okay, so how from how far away do I think I'm hearing this?
It's let's see. Maybe 300 feet. 300, maybe 200 feet.
That's really far. I guess they're not making much noise though.
You might be screaming that.
And we're just
well, I'll quietly report this to the party. And do they seem to be moving toward us or away from us?
Sort of perpendicular.
Do you think we should surprise these orcs or try and sneak past them?
It sounds like they're going to attack the camp that we're going to. So it might be.
If you tell us you heard them here, we definitely say we just follow them and.
If they're gonna attack, we could sneak around behind. I don't know what their plan is.
No, you idiots! If they attack the camp, it'll blow our cover. It'll make it impossible for us to sneak in.
So.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yes.
Well,
do you ever know what orcs to be
We're not
silent?
trying to sneak in though.
They'd be a great distraction.
That's assuming we can get. That's assuming we can get there first.
I think we need to exterminate them now.
If we can get their attention over to us, maybe we can, get the advantage.
That's not hard.
All right, let's hurry and catch up with them. Hey, maybe they'll listen to reason, or maybe not.
Okay. They are within. I mean, it takes just a couple rounds since they're going perpendicular to you. Essentially, like, we're gonna use this tree line here. They're basically like at the other end of the tree line. So I mean, you almost get a look at them within like a round, and they don't notice you. So you have the jump on them.
How many are
there? You see. It's hard to tell with all the trees, but there's at least 3 or 4.
Okay, so not like 20 of them.
No.
Do they look power? What are they wearing?
You can't tell from this range.
They're not that big. In the tree lines and get a closer look. Wow, they're strong. They can hold each other up.
I want to try and move in close too.
You just get hit.
You two sneak ahead, and I'll take up, the back here so they don't hear me.
Ooh, you're big.
Alright, yeah, you can roll stealth if you want. If you want to try and get any closer.
Okay.
This is you feel if you add any closer than this, it's going to take stealth. Whoa, Imelda's big.
And how close are we?
You are... Yeah, you're like 250 feet away.
Okay.
If we're just splitting into who wants to
stealth
stealth,
in-
who doesn't, I want to use stealth.
I don't.
I got a 54 stealthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and stealth up there too.
Okay. Can you
I got a
guys, if you're
yeah.
anyone who's rolling stealth, post it in Discord. Wait, Zashar, you can just tell me though.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Oh, Imelda looks weird. Okay.
I got a 5. I'm newly proficient in this skill too, but I now roll natural.
All right.
Ain't that the way?
So I'm guessing.
They see us hiding in the trees.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? I could do that. I could just hide in the trees.
Yeah. Zashar, what's your? Well, I don't think it's gonna matter because it will matter, I guess. But yeah, at this point, there's a a loud snap, and they have your attention, or you have their attention. So we'll roll initiative.
Okay.
At least the rogue didn't fail this time.
Oh, 20.
21 for Melda.
You could type it in. Type it in chat.
Oh, right.
Yeah, just call my name when you want to hear mine.
Damn, Jay. At least it's initiative and not an attack.
Ooh.
Ooh, 21. All right, Zashar.
I got a 17.
Okay.
Yes, guy. Mommies.
Yeah, good boy.
Dog mommies. Why make so much noise?
Okay. Okay. All right, Imelda, you're up first. You realize your error.
Yeah, wow. So much for that idea. Well, they've seen me. So I'm just going to move 30 feet.
Okay.
Not trying to double move because I don't want to get too far ahead.
Okay.
So I'll single move and can you put me like behind the like sort of in the cover of the trees,
Yeah.
so that I just don't want them to do anything ranged to me.
Yep.
Okay. Nothing I can really do affects them at this range, so I'm just going to terminate that for now.
Okay. Diabroth.
Or actually, well, actually, wait a second. As a free action, I'll say something like, "What the hell do you guys know about that bandit camp?"
Will you say that in orc?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move up 30 feet, and I will cast Bless on me, Zeal, and Jashar.
Okay. So bless means anytime you're rolling a to hit, or is it ability scores as well? Ability
Attack or saving throw. You can add a D4 to it.
That's great.
Yep. So you just roll a D4 along with your D20 when you make attacks.
Yeah.
Cool. Zashar.
Okay. How far is the nearest orc from me?
It's like 200 feet from you. 230.
Oh, damn. Well, I'm gonna move 30 feet close to him, and I guess I'll take a reaction to Eldritch Blast if one of them approaches me and gets within range.
Okay. Very good. All right. At this point, you find out why it was so easy to hear them from such a large distance. As from like behind a hill and like knocking some trees out of the way, there appears, where is it? Not that. An ogre. It's not that.
Whoa, that's huge. Oh my god.
Did he just stomp his own guy? No, never mind.
And
Wow.
he starts rushing towards you guys.
That's scary.
Does he get within Eldritch Blast range?
Let's see. I don't think so. He is at 160 feet.
Yeah, so no way.
Then it's Zeal.
Chico.
So am I able to do my bonus action dash, move, and then attack? Move 60 feet and then attack?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find out where 60 feet is. How far is he? Well, I want to move 50 feet, just so I'm in range. I don't have to do disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I attack him with my bow.
All right, so there's a heavy tree cover. So he's going to have the, in fact, there's so much that you'll have the, like, whatever it is, heavily obscured cover or whatever, the +5 armor class.
Oh, that won't hit.
It might not be that big of a deal because he's big and he's, like, just wearing, like, hide armor.
Yeah, well, I still don't think you negated my +5. I got a 4, so.
Yep, it sticks into a tree. So then,
Okay.
Tars.
You can roll a D4 to add.
Oh yeah, D4 and maybe an 8 would hit.
I don't think an 8 will hit, but I'll save that blessing.
Okay. You don't have to save it. You get it every turn.
Every turn you get it, yeah.
Oh, well, let's see then. Okay. You don't think an 8 will hit, but 6.
Nope. Okay. Tars.
I'm gonna move up 30 feet and do the exact same action as the Shar.
Okay. They're about 180, 190 feet.
Yeah. Not quite there.
Yep. Jay. Wait, sorry. Before Jay, the orcs. The orcs man should get a 2. They're not quite at a 1 like Jay. Wow. They're rushing towards you. And
they're double moving.
They are double moving. And
I'm gonna assume these are just open plains over here where the houses are.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Some of them are deep in the woods. One orc gets. Let's see. Does he get in range of Zashar? I don't think so. Not quite. 145. They don't yell anything back to you, Imelda. At least not from this range.
That's okay.
Then it's Jay.
And I'm further back, right?
Yeah.
So I'll just take out my bow and we'll move up.
Okay. You can get to 30. That gets you within. Yeah, 190 of the nearest orc.
Disadvantage. He can go 600 feet.
But I'm double moving.
Oh, you want to double move? Okay. Great. Back to Imelda.
What's the distance between me and the closest enemy?
150.
Okay, so let's see. Let's just assume that he will double move, and the ogre has a range of 30 feet. I guess I may not have been able to tell that.
Oh, he can move. Yeah, I think it's 60 or 30 feet because he moved 60 last turn.
Okay, if that's the case, then if I'll double move and he double moves, then we still won't be next to each other.
Not in melee.
That's good.
That'd be 120.
Well, then I will just do a single move, and I will hold my action to do a vicious mockery if he gets within 60 feet of me, which I don't think he will, but we'll just make sure.
Okay. Diabroth.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my bow and where am I? I'll move up 30 feet. My
It's like 3 feet out of
it's
range.
still a +5 if I target. Yeah.
Yep.
It is like 3 feet. Do you think I can hit him from here?
Well, if you have the arrows, take the shot. I
That
mean,
point
you might get a good shot.
Well, oops. I get 12, so -5.
On the orc?
Oh, I'm gonna roll that D4, I suppose. Yeah, on the orc.
He's kind of out there.
+3, so that's 10.
Okay. And this is not with
He just gets a +5 on armor class, so you have a 15 total.
Yeah.
You don't have to negate 5.
Yeah,
He may
15
not be
total.
+5 because he doesn't look like.
Is
Is that orc heavily secured or?
15
for
total.
Diabroth, yeah, it looks like it's just the +2. So you said a 15?
Okay, so he got 15.
Yep.
All right, you hit.
Oh.
Just barely.
3 damage.
Dang,
3 damage?
you don't have dexterity. Then
3 damage, yeah.
Okay. Zashar.
Okay, how far is that ogre?
The The ogre is 160 feet.
Okay, so he's still relatively far. And how about the orc? The orc that Diabroth shot.
145.
All right, I'm gonna move up 30 feet closer then and blast the orc that already got injured.
All right.
My attack roll is not good.
You are
I
blessed.
gotta double check. I know I included the bless. It's a total of 14.
A 14 with the slight cover will miss.
Okay, that's it. Then I will hold where I am.
All right.
I can't see the grid, but if there's a cover I can take, assume that I'm taking it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like slightly behind some trees.
Is Michael there?
Yeah, Michael's the DM.
He is.
All right.
Michael!
Tammy! Tammy!
Hello, boys.
Hey.
We're all men now.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah.
is your camera on, Sean?
Yeah, it's on my dice.
Oh
though.
yeah, it's on the dice. There she is.
Ow.
Hi.
Hi, guys. I haven't changed, but you have.
We're all old now. We're all old and playing.
Yeah,
Kids
still
game.
playing.
Still playing.
I wouldn't want it any other way. It'd be normal.
You don't have to.
Yeah, this is just like guys playing in a rec softball league.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So you're using your brains.
Yeah.
We try at least.
All right, guys. Good talking to you.
Good to see you.
I should be
Best
just hanging
wishes.
out.
The Subaru's locked.
All right. The ogre rushes forward, crashes through some more trees, and then it is Zeal.
I'm gonna try to stay within 30 feet of Zashar.
Okay.
So I want to be able to help him if necessary.
Oh, you know what? Actually, sorry. The ogre. Would he do this? Nah. He double moves.
Oh. I'm gonna go right there. Then I'm gonna shoot at work. How obscure is that, the ogre?
Just slightly.
Okay, I'll go after the ogre again with the longbow.
Okay.
18. And wait, no, I get +4. Never mind. So, well, 18.
How much?
15, 1, 5.
1-5. That will hit him.
Wait. Awesome. Oh, max damage, 11.
Wow. First blood on the ogre.
Yeah, good. Ogres are fucking tanky.
Like the orc got hit, but okay.
And then it is Tars.
How far away is the ogre now? Did he get into my range while I was?
Not for you. Let's see. Where did you end up?
Okay.
Are you still? Yeah, you're still really far back because you only moved 30.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you're 140.
One.
I guess if you
Okay.
he on the trajectory he's on, he'll be in range if you just move 30 and hold next time. All right. I mean, if you move and hold again, he'll probably get in range before your next turn.
Well, he's only 140 away.
Yeah.
Range is 120. So I can hit him if I move.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can hit him this turn. Duh.
Yeah. So I'll move up like 25 feet, and then I'll hit him with a blast.
Okay.
My bonus action was the help. Oh, he's not in range. He's not fighting anybody. Never mind. Matter.
Well, shit. 10
10. Not with the tree.
with the cover.
with the tree
Yeah.
cover, yeah. So then it's the orcs. Let's see here. All right, this orc is seeing an unobscured target. He's going to only move up 30 feet, and he's going to hurl a javelin at you, Zeal, at disadvantage.
What the hell? Okay. I was like, aren't those only like 15 feet or 30 feet?
30 to
He already got hit once.
120.
It only goes about 3/4 of the way and hits the ground.
I had a 15, but I'm pretty sure he didn't do well.
Yeah. Another one runs up in stride with the ogre. And behind the ogre. And there's the other one. This one's deep in the woods.
I could take on the ogre if you guys need me to. You can dash and walk, then attack, dash, run, attack.
Oh, I didn't know they had that. These are some aggressive orcs. They'll do it next round.
Oh my god.
So Jay's up.
Okay. So how far am I now? Where's the closest?
130 feet to the orc, or 115 to the ogre, but he's kind of deep in the woods.
The orcs are not.
There's one
cover?
orc that's not, that's kind of out of the woods, and the other 3 are still in the woods.
Take a shot at the orc that's exposed.
Okay. From where you're standing, or are you gonna move?
Just where I'm standing.
Okay.
Ooh, got a natural 1.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's take a look at the fumble deck.
Hopefully just break the string.
Oh, you're all thumbs. You lose your... We'll say you lose... Yeah, you lose your... It says you lose your deck. We'll say you lose your whatever ability score goes into your to hit with ranged weapons. You lose that for 3 rounds.
I guess I'm switching over to my axe then.
Okay. Do you want to move?
I'll put my bow away.
Okay. And you want to move? Jay, do you want to move?
No, I don't want to move.
You don't want to move. Okay. Very good. Then it's back to Imelda.
So I'm right in the shadow, right next to Jashar, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
The ogre is now 70 feet away.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I guess I can't set a reaction to do 2 things. But yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'll wait until it gets. I'm gonna delay my action because even if it double moves, it can't get next to me. So I'm just gonna hold where I am and have the delayed action be to vicious mockery it when it comes within range.
Okay. Very good. What does large size do in 5th edition? Do you get ranged attacks natively?
You mean reach?
Or reach, I mean. That's what I mean.
I don't think so. Go ahead and say it on the monster sheet.
Yeah, let's see. Small size characters can't wield heavy weapons.
Well, it places limits on how many can surround you.
Okay.
I don't see anything else particularly written about the rules. I mean, it would if they could like attack 10 feet away with a club or something, that would be in their stat block, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you think it would just say like reach or something if they had it, but
It says under the attack. It says what the range is on their melee attack. It might be 10 feet.
oh, you're right. Yeah, the reach is right there. Okay, no, it's 5 feet for ogres. I was just not seeing that for some reason. Okay, that was Imelda, so Diabroth.
All right. I'm going to move 30 feet. And I'll shoot an arrow at the ogre.
Okay.
Ooh, natural 20. 22.
That's a crit. Plus, maybe more. For range, let's see here. It's a perfect strike. Triple damage.
Ooh, okay. So,
Better be rolling 8 on this.
all right. That's 3d8s.
Hey, can you smite things yet, or is that only? Does that have to be? No, you can smite anything. It doesn't have to be you.
Smite has to be a melee weapon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be too good if you could smite with ranged.
Right.
Smite changed a lot between
20 damage.
20 damage.
20 damage.
Holy moly!
How's that triple? When you get the D8 plus whatever your modifier is, then triple?
Oh, and then I get a +3 to that. Or no, I don't have a modifier. I have a 0 dex.
So
What'd you roll?
How did you roll then to get 20?
3d8s.
Yeah, 3d8
Oh.
could do 20 damage.
I rolled an 8, a 7, and a 5.
I just thought it was just roll 1d8 and you get triple damage.
No, so
I thought it
that
was
Whatever, however you want to.
yeah, that's a big another more. In general, in fifth edition, you don't rather than multipliers, you just roll more dice. That's why like bless instead of just being like +1 to hit, it's plus a die plus a d4. Same thing with crits.
If you roll a 1, it's like damage. Whoop de fucking do, you know?
Yeah, and instead of just doubling
Yeah,
your
roll
damage
3d8.
with crits, you roll extra dice.
And then I'm going to take out my longsword.
Okay, do you want to drop your bow or do you want to put away your bow?
I'll drop my bow.
Okay, so you drop your bow, draw your longsword. Great. And do you
Yeah.
stay where you're standing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't move anymore.
Just
I
move
already
that.
moved.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did move. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, your arrow like goes right into his throat, and he like rips it out. He's not choking,
Yeah.
but he's like bleeding horribly.
Nice.
Oh.
That's
And
31 damage to him.
yeah. All right, and then it's Zashar.
and that was the ogre that he hit.
Yeah, you hit the ogre. 20 damage.
And that thing is only like how far from me?
70 feet.
Okay, then I'm gonna move 30 backwards and blast.
All right.
In fact, I'm not even gonna move. I'm not even gonna move 30 backwards. I'm gonna move 20 backwards. Because how far is the nearest orc from?
The nearest orc is like 10 feet further. Or I guess.
Yeah, I'm only gonna move 20 feet back until after the ogre.
Okay.
Okay.
And I got a 21 to hit.
Was this at the ogre or the orc?
The ogre.
Okay, yeah, even through all the trees, which is heavily obscured, you hit it.
It only deals 4 damage though.
Okay. He's still heading your way, and in fact, it's his turn. He like looks kind of questioningly at the orcs, and the orcs say, "Go, go! Kill the girl last. She knows something. All right, he moves up 30, and because he can't, if he double moves, he's not going to get to attack at all. And he's gonna throw a really big javelin at.
So this when he moved within range, that's the trigger for my vicious mockery.
Yes, so
I believe that should trigger before he attacks.
Yes, you can do that first.
Okay, please make a wisdom save DC 13. Ogres aren't terribly wise.
No, they're not. DC 13?
Correct.
He got a 14.
All right. Well then, nothing happens. Too bad.
Okay. Ha.
Take his modifier into account, or is that just straight up?
I took his wisdom into account, yeah. He rolled a 16 on the die.
You can still roll high.
Yeah.
I know. Just making sure.
And he's going to throw a really big javelin at disadvantage at Diabroth, foolishly, despite him having the highest armor class, but he wants to get a hit on him.
Alright.
Is Diabroth obscured?
Yeah, he is. Also, he rolled a 1.
Oh, my
Ogre's
God.
having a bad day. Overthrown. If the attack was made with a thrown weapon, the weapon travels 5 times its range increment in a random direction.
Weird. Right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah.
At an orc.
You want me to randomize this with my with a D8?
Sure.
Mike?
Sure.
I just got a D8 specially for this purpose of randomizing cardinal directions.
Oh, neat. Okay. So we'll say north is in front of him.
Great. The result was northeast.
Okay, so it goes to the right. And it goes flying. None of you can probably tell, but he really packed a he put some muscle behind it. It goes like 120 feet or something. Or 150 feet. Great. Zeal.
Weakness. All right. Well, I'm good right where I'm at. You know what? No, I'm gonna move back. There. That should still be within. Yeah. Cool. And then I attack ogre. Ogre man. A natural 20.
Ooh.
Wait a minute.
25.
Is your camera still on?
It is. I'm leaving it right where it's at.
Yeah.
Try to move it that way.
Yep, I see it.
All right. Oh, what? So it's double damage?
Yeah.
Unless I get a.
Yeah, you roll whatever you double the dice that you roll, but your plus damage that is only counted once.
Okay. What do I get a card?
Yes.
Okay.
Spun around, normal damage, but the target is flat-footed doesn't. Oh, he's at disadvantage.
Nice.
So anyone's attacks on him will have advantage for the next round.
Nice.
So
I just did 13 more damage to him.
Okay. Yeah, he's facing the other direction now. This poor ogre. I'm feeling bad for him now.
Yeah, we'll get ogre it.
Zach, we have a viewer. Zach, I'm glad you're able to watch this too. You've never gotten to play RPG. All right, I can't remember. You were telling me you did play some sort of D&D, but it didn't last very long. All right, then it's Tars.
All right. I'm going to take a little bit of cover into those trees.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on him.
Okay.
So I have advantage?
You have advantage. He will still have the plus AC from cover, though.
All right. That's a 13, and that one's a 19.
You hit thanks to advantage.
All right. 4 damage, but he's pushed 10 feet away because I have Repelling Blast.
Oh, this poor ogre.
10 feet in a straight line. Yep.
Oh.
So.
These open field battles are just really rough against this party. All right, orcs are up.
I don't know. If my backpack, which is on the table, charger's in there.
All right, so I said these orcs are aggressive, which means as a bonus action, they can move their speed towards a hostile target. So they get basically another 30 feet of movement. So this orc is going to get right up to Diabroth. And he is the injured one, but he only took 3 damage. This one can move 90 feet. So this, yeah, these two are actually going to flank you, Diabroth, front and back.
All right.
Don't worry, Diabroth. Next turn, I can help you out.
Actually, they're going to, all 3 of these are going to get, yeah, 3 orcs are going to get around you, Diabroth. And this one I don't think will get there with 90 feet, but yeah, he's deep in the woods.
Imelda's right there, too.
Yeah, but they want to keep her alive. The question.
Yeah,
How do they know who she is? What's going on here?
Well, I spoke to them in Orcish.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so the 3 of them are around the 2 of you. You're not sure who they're going to attack. Well, actually, Diabroth, you're not sure who they're going to attack, but Imelda, you don't think they're going to attack you just yet. Alright. Then it's Jay.
Alright. Got my axe. Move up and attack if I can.
Okay. They are about 40... Well, the closest one is 35 feet away.
I guess I'll move as close as I can.
Okay.
Got my shield as well.
You know, I guess if it's no,
attack.
yeah, never mind. Sorry, you should be able to attack this orc. It's not flanking, but yeah, you can attack.
At a 7.
7? No dice.
You know what? I'm gonna use my action surge. Another attack.
Ooh. Okay.
Surge.
I got a 15.
15 hits.
7. No, just 3. Do math. 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. And then it's back to the top with Imelda.
Okay, so there are these 2 orcs that are right there.
Yes.
Then there's a 3rd orc that's right there. I'm being flanked, and Diabroth is also being flanked.
Correct.
I'm double flanked.
Well, maybe that won't last for much longer. So I'm going to thunder wave the 2 of them.
Ooh.
So this is basically a cube originating from me, and I believe I can create a cube that doesn't hit Diabroth but does hit them.
Okay. So do you want to do it something like this?
No, if possible, I'd like to attack the other 2, the 2 that aren't injured.
Oh, well, yeah, this one is injured, but the one on the other side of you is not.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, those 2.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll like I can create a thunder wave like this. Perfect. Okay, self 15-foot cube. So meaning that I'm like on the side of that cube.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, that's right. So that'll hit 2 of them. A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution save. On a failed save, it takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away. On a successful save, it takes half as much. So that's DC 13 con saves from both of those orcs.
Okay.
Is there 3 orcs there?
Yeah, but my cube can't fit all 3.
Yeah, he can't hit this one.
Yeah. I mean, that one is... that one
17.
is... Technically, it's if he wanted to create it so that he's at, like, the point of the cube, he could maybe target these 2 instead. But...
Yeah, but I'll just pick the ones that are right threatening us.
Great.
Okay.
DC
So let's
13 con, you said?
Yes, for both of them.
Okay. They both pass.
Okay, well they will simply take half this damage, which I'm about to roll. Okay, so they each take 4 damage. But what also happens is, and this should be pretty interesting in a forest, is that per the spell description, in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect are automatically pushed 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect, and the spell emits a thunderous boom audible at to 30 feet. So I'm imagining there would be a lot of like sticks and pine cones and shit that are just completely blasted into the into the distance.
In fact, it almost like makes like an obscuring kind of mist kind of a thing where just dirt and stones and pebbles kind of like fly up, like it's going away from you, so it's not getting in like in anybody's eyes or anything, but it sure looks cool.
Okay, so that didn't work. I'm still being flanked. I used my action to do that. So let's see if I have something I can do as a bonus action. I'd better just wait. I'm gonna stick with this position.
Okay. Diabroth.
I will channel divinity
Ooh.
to imbue my weapon with positive energy.
Okay. Is that a bonus action or?
It is an action.
Okay.
I think.
You guys make whatever.
Yeah, it's an action.
Okay.
So can I attack too?
No. Unless you have something that you can use as your bonus action, but not a normal melee attack, typically.
Thunderous Smite I could do.
Don't blow all your spells. Like this is
True.
one encounter.
All right.
Don't worry, I got your back.
All right. Yeah. That's what I'll
You
do.
won't be playing.
All right. So pull out your what weapon is it that you're channeling divinity into?
Longsword.
Okay. Yeah, your sword like briefly shimmers with some like holy light.
It glows for 20 feet with bright light.
Okay, it doesn't just shimmer then. Like all these shadows are gone as like bright light is now coming from above and below.
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, Lashar.
Okay.
There are so Diabroth is like 10 feet in front of you, and he is flanked on 3 sides by orcs. One of the orcs is only like 5 feet away from you.
Yeah, if I can move in and hit that one at flanking, I will.
Yeah, since you're not provoking any of them right now, Jay is kind of about to be flanking one of them on one side. You could move around to flank the one on the other side.
Okay, then I'm going to interact with an object to draw my sword, and then I will move to do that. That one.
Okay.
Roll. I'm still blessed, right?
Yes.
I forgot about that.
That effect will drop if Diabroth is damaged.
If I'm damaged.
Well, if you fail your concentration.
Right.
I got a 16 thanks to the bless.
That hits. And another one from flanking.
Yeah, the bless is helping me out here. So I haven't started raging, so it's going to deal 6 damage.
Okay. This one had gotten an arrow and a thunder wave. And now 7 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. He's still up.
Well, maybe I should have raged, but I guess I'm trying to be conservative about it.
Yeah, you guys, you got a lot to do yet today. And the ogre's up.
I only have 2 rages.
Yeah. Well, the ogre's up, and oof. Well, so we'll say he's not. Well, he'll be. What did the card read? It wasn't like multiple turns, was it?
No, 1 turn.
1 turn. All right. So since he's gotten to turn himself back around, he's no longer at disadvantage. Yeah, he's gonna. Oh God, he's gonna die, but well, maybe he won't. If he doesn't, Zashar's gonna have a bad time. Frank, the ogre moves to flank the nearly dead orc on you. He comes up behind you.
He's within 5 feet. Sneak attack.
Yep, I can handle it.
Yeah, he's probably gonna die, but if he doesn't, it'll be a bad time.
Because I get 2d6.
And in fact, Zeal, you're up right now.
Yeah, ogre must go down. 17 plus 5, so 22. It's sneak attack.
Oh, you're shooting him for that. Okay. Yeah.
And plus 1, so it's actually 23. But
yeah, you definitely hit him.
okay, so D8 and 2d6. So well, that sucks. It's 8 more damage, but plus 3, so 11 more damage.
How much damage total?
11 total.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to help Jay against that guy. So I'm going to help Jay, so his next attack is advantage against that guy.
Okay. That's for Jay, you said? Or
Did I hear
Jay?
rubber?
Or Zashar?
I'm going to do Jay.
All right.
Was that the rubber chicken sound?
Yes, it was.
Pretty good.
Yeah, the ogre's dead. All right, Jay. How does that? So, what is that ability called, Zeal, that lets you do that?
Oh, Master of Tactics.
All right.
You can use a help action as a bonus action.
All right. So, like thematically, you must be like shouting out some like.
Basically, I'm trying to get his attention so I can be like pointing my bow at him. So he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna get shot."
Okay. Yeah. Either like a feint, or maybe you're like Jay. You know, circle around behind, or you're giving some little tip like he's open on his right side. Cool. All right. Then it's Tars.
How far away am I from these from the wounded orc?
The nearest wounded orc is 30 feet.
Did you guys hear the sound of the coughing chihuahua? It's kind of like the chicken.
I did not hear it. It sounds like that, like high pitched.
Oh, I can hear it.
Oh yeah, I do hear it. Tars,
I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. He needs to make a Wisdom save DC 13.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, this one. Wait, actually. So wait, this one.
I'm sorry, the one right next to the ruler is the one I was thinking of, the one between Zashar and Diabroth.
Yeah, I gotta just make sure I have these numbers right. So this one is super heavily injured. This one got hit for
Thunder wave.
just the thunder wave, and then this one took 5 damage from something. I just don't remember what.
Jay.
That's from Jay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So he has to make a what kind of save? Wisdom.
Wisdom save 13.
DC 13. He fails.
Where are you?
Because he's already taken damage, instead of a 1d8 necrotic damage, it's 1d12.
Nice.
I got 5.
5 damage.
5 damage.
All right. There's like a single really ominous like dong noise, and he like recoils in pain.
Yes. But
Cool.
he's still
Is that a
standing.
He is still standing.
That's a cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of my my new packed cantrips.
Cool.
I was going to do that one too if I went arcane.
I like Toll the Dead.
And I'm just gonna back up a few feet.
It's funny, my rogue cleric also has Toll the Dead, although I haven't got to use it. You're gonna back up 30 feet?
Not 30 feet, just like 15.
Okay.
That's plenty.
Great. All right, orcs are up, and they are gonna get to flank Diabroth. And there's the one in the forest. What is it gonna do? It's probably gonna move around to try and flank Jay. Great. So we'll do.
Oh shit!
Yeah, let's do 2 attacks on Jay and 2 attacks on Diabroth. Diabroth, do you have your shield out? Are you fully?
I have my shield and my sword out.
All right. What's your armor class?
18.
All right. And Jay?
I'm 18 as well.
Nice. Okay. All right. So they have great axes out. Big 2-handed axes.
Ooh.
No hits on Diabroth.
Ah.
Nice.
Oh, but we have a crit on Jay.
So, Mike, I'm going to be using cutting words to subtract something from that damage roll.
Oh, neat. Okay.
So this uses one of my bardic inspiration dice, but this is a reaction of mine.
Okay.
Awesome.
So I will be using up one of these, rolling a d6, and subtracting it from whatever the damage total is.
So cool. Okay.
Yeah, bards are so good.
Take 5 damage off that crit.
Awesome. Okay. Well,
Maybe I can survive.
maybe you can survive. Yeah, it is. He's swinging in with D12, a 2D12 crit. Where the hell is my D12? Never get to roll these things.
Well, 10 and a 2.
Also, what do we got?
Oh,
It's a numbing blow. Normal damage. Those are kind of a buzzkill, aren't they? Oh well. Normal damage, but deals dex. I don't know how ability damage works in 5e, or even if it exists.
That would be horrible.
I don't know.
Target is disarmed.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're definitely dropping your weapon. Ability score damage is so rare in 5e that every source mentions how to regain it. Greater Restoration specifies it cures ability score damage, but yeah, it seems like it's a very, very uncommon thing, but it does still exist.
Most of it comes back with a rest, because it says, like the things that do it are monster specific.
Okay.
For a monster that's challenge rating less than 5, it probably comes back with a short rest.
Sure. Yeah, we'll say that. We'll see how much dex damage it does. It might not be a huge deal. No, it's 1 dexterity damage. Is that enough? Are you at an even or an odd dexterity?
Yeah, I'm at an even.
Okay, so that would lower your armor class by 1 then. He also deals a whopping 6 damage. So 1 damage thanks to Imelda.
Wait a second, but Jay's wearing heavy armor though.
Yeah.
So is his dex even applied?
Yeah, your dex doesn't matter if you're wearing heavy armor.
I'm not wearing heavy armor.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah, he just has a chain shirt right now, right?
Never planning to wear heavy armor because I have pretty good dexterity.
Oh, so you intend to be the medium armored fighter? Neat.
Okay.
So, Mike, just one thing about that bardic ability. I just want to make sure you know this. So it says that you can apply it to attack rolls, ability checks, or damage rolls, and then you could subtract that from the creature's roll. But according to the like the rules on that the maker set on the net, you can't do that to cancel a crit.
Oh.
So you can't. I can't like. It sounds like by the wording, like you could. It's like, oh, he rolled a 20. Well, I turned it into a 15 or something. But
Right.
no, you can't. You can't cancel crits like that. It'd be too
That
good.
would be too good.
But you can still reduce the damage on a crit like you did, which is still
Right.
very useful.
Yeah, you just don't lower the hit. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So, okay. Well, he thought he hit you good, but all that happens really is your sword or your axe or whatever gets knocked out of your hand. You take 1 damage. And in fact, Jay, it is your turn.
So what were your rules on picking up?
If you pick up your weapon, you are on edge, which means you'll have disadvantage on your attack that round.
I'm giving him advantage on his attack.
You are.
You have
Okay,
another
well-
one.
So you hit normally.
Oh, so you can pick up your weapon and attack roll.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to attack? There's the injured one in front of you and an uninjured one behind you.
I'll attack the injured one in front of me.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Oh,
9 is not going to do it.
on edge.
Yeah.
That's a nice house rule, though. I like that.
Yeah. Then it's back to Imelda.
Okay. Could I be flanking any of these? No, I'm being flanked.
Yeah.
Like because of.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you could, in theory, move like behind this one that's in the woods, but this guy might attack you while you're moving there.
I think these fighters have got it, so I'm simply going to disengage here,
Okay.
and I'll disengage into the direction of the ogre.
Okay.
What's more, but it won't be full 30 feet. It'll just be like 20. Okay. So I'll be right at the side of the fallen ogre,
There you go.
and that means that will sort of make it harder for them to surround me.
Sure.
So that's the disengage action. Unfortunately, I don't have any good bonus actions. But I'm just still trash talking them
Okay.
in Orcish, although there's not going to be any rules effect.
Okay. Sounds good. Dire breath.
Your mother was a halfling.
Well, I'll swing at the orc in front of me.
That you're flanking with Zashar.
Yes. So that's like +2, right?
No, just +1. It'd be +2
Plus
if
one.
it was fully surrounded.
+3 because of sacred weapon. So 14.
And bless.
13. Oh, and bless. Oh, I gotta roll that.
You blessed yourself?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Yeah, bless is
Oh,
really good.
plus another 3, so 16.
16.
Ooh.
Yeah, you hit.
Huzzah.
Kill this one.
It's 7 damage.
He had 1 hit point left, so he's dead.
Aha! 1 down.
All right.
And then I'll turn to this guy. Oh,
All right.
get in this guy's
Sounds good.
face.
Zashar.
All right. So how many orcs are actually left? There's only
There's 3.
2 left or 3?
3 left.
3?
Yeah.
And Direbroth just knocked 1. Is there another one that I can flank with?
Yes, you can flank with him on one that is lightly injured.
Because I assumed that they were both attacking Jay and Direbroth, and we're all still within a close enough area where I can easily move the flank.
Yes, you can.
All right. Well, I'm going to do that then and move to flank the nearest, most injured orc.
Okay.
My attack roll is definitely going to hit. It's did well 18 on the die and a 2 on, so 20 without even adding my bonus.
Yep, you got
Thanks
it.
to Bless.
Nice.
But let's see how much damage it deals. Nice, 11.
11 is exactly what you needed. He'd taken 4 from the Thunderwave.
That's amazing because I get some temporary hit points too.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's it because I moved. I don't want to spend any bonus actions right now.
Okay, Zeal.
All right, I'm going to shoot at the one behind Jay,
Okay.
and okay, 9, so 14 plus my bless. Come on, 15.
15. That is exactly enough, given that there's a tree perfectly like obscuring him. But a 15 will do it.
Sweet. 2d6 plus 8 plus 3. 9 to 12.
12. Well, that one had only 5 left because it got hit twice.
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to help Jay against that guy.
Jay,
I guess I don't have to do the again.
You get more sweet tactics
A bonus action.
whispered in your ear. And Tars is up.
I'm just going to move so I have a clearer line of sight at the last orc.
Sure. You probably need to like move out, like to here.
Okay. And I'm going to toll the dead on him.
Okay.
Wisdom 13.
It does well. It works, but he is not injured.
That's fine.
He fails his roll.
All right. 7.
Dong. 7 damage. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice cantrip.
Thanks to the laptop. Bounced off the corner.
Dong. Okay. The orc is up, and I don't see him. He's not running. He's an orc. He's too proud.
He's gonna have attack opportunities against him if he tries to run.
They can disengage, but he's not getting away from all of this. And with all your ranged abilities, yeah, he's.
He give up?
He's not giving up. He's going to.
Jay's technically in front of him.
Yeah, he's got like no chance here. He's gonna attack Jay, I guess. Nope. That's sucks to be him. Jay, you're up.
Oh.
Have advantage on attack.
Okay, I'm gonna attack.
All right.
You say I still have advantage from Sean?
Advantage, and
Zeal?
if you just
Get in my turn.
yeah, you have advantage from Zeal, and if you move just like 5 feet, you could be flanking as well.
I'll do that then. Does that add 2?
It adds +1.
1.
You can do 20, so.
I rolled 2 15s, so yeah, that's
That'll hit
21.
easily.
Tell him.
7 damage.
7. It's at 1.
Oh,
So I guess
pretty
Imelda,
sure he-
if Imelda wants, Imelda could get the kill.
he's looking pretty bad.
Melda could actually speak to it.
If you want to, yeah,
Oh, it's my turn, isn't
it
it?
is.
So is this the same thing where like when you deal physical damage, you can choose to just like knock it unconscious?
I guess
Instead of
I
kill
guess
it?
that hasn't come up in this game yet. I think that's still unclear. I don't know if that's explicitly written anywhere, or if we just
Yeah.
decided that. I feel like it depends on the type of weapon. Like I don't feel like you can choose to not kill like with an arrow, or like most piercing or slashing weapons. Maybe a bludgeoning weapon if you're trying to knock them out or something. But
Okay. Well, then I think I'll simply do something. I guess I'll just do another vicious mockery.
Okay.
Worst case, I mean, worst case it does nothing. But I'll say something like, "You've got just one last chance. You're completely wrecked here, but you don't need to die."
Okay. Well, he might die because he rolled a 2.
He dies. Psychic damage of that. It's like, I told you. I told you. Oh well.
Hopefully that helps you guys level up too.
I'm not even going to roll this because if he's at 1 hit point and I'm rolling 1d4 psychic damage, then he'll definitely my minimum damage will kill him.
Yep.
So he just has a heart attack at the cruelty of my orcish words, I guess, or something like that.
Yep. Okay.
What a chump.
And I can easily calculate this experience right now. It's actually a lot. It's 142 for each of you. Holy shit. It's more than I thought it would be.
Whoa.
Level, man. That's all I care about.
Alright, so
142.
Yeah. And we don't have a lot of time left, but I think we have just enough to hopefully get to at least show you what the next zone is going to look like. So I don't know if you guys do you guys need to take a short rest or anything before? You basically are. Like you said, you're going to get to the outskirts and then.
Right, and then wait till dark. So that kind of bakes a short rest into the cake.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you one thing. When you get to kind of the point where you
Well, wait a second. We got to search these guys first.
Yeah.
So the orcs, like I said, had great axes and hide armor. The ogre also has hide armor and a great club. Several javelins amongst all of them.
Javelins or regular people-sized javelins?
There are ogre-sized javelins and there are orc-sized javelins. They all had them.
I want to take a couple of, at least 2 medium-sized javelins.
Okay. Yeah, there's.
I'll take 2 as well.
There are 8 medium-sized javelins amongst all of them, and 3 ogre-sized ones, large-sized.
And take one of the great axes.
You'll take a great axe, yes. Let me see. Maybe they have something else on them. Let's use this little random
treasure
generator.
As a battle master, I randomly get an artisan efficiency with one type of artisan's tools. I'm definitely taking brewer's supplies.
Nice. Okay. Somebody want to put down some coin?
I got it open already.
Okay. So on the orcs, you find a total of 12 copper pieces, 11 silver pieces, and 22 gold.
Okay.
On the ogre, wow. That's not that great. It's not much.
You stop.
It is 17 copper pieces.
Oh my god.
Great.
It's not even worth splitting up.
You just stab him an extra time for good measure.
Yeah, I'll arrow in his eye. And
oh man. All right. So, you guys gonna apply a short rest if you need to. You can roll. You really didn't take much damage, but if you need to roll a hit dice for damage, you can.
1 to Nick or Jay, and the dart took what? Nothing.
Yeah, it was what, like 1 hit point to Jay, and was that it?
Okay.
I think that was it for damage.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even expend any like spells or any like permanent resources.
I used
Yeah,
one
right.
spell.
Yeah, I used some. I used some
I used spell less.
consumables, but
I still have 2 spell slots, so I'm good.
All right. Well,
Really?
Hooray for Christmas.
moving on. What you when you're getting like to a point where you're like, okay, maybe we should rest here. We're far enough away. It's still light enough that you guys on the horizon, you actually notice some smoke, like a fair amount of smoke coming from the direction that the raiders camp is in.
Keep Scout ahead.
They're already being attacked.
Yeah,
More orcs.
What do you want to do? Do you want to camp out like you said and wait till dark, or do you want to go ahead now?
I kind of want to investigate what's going on. What's with all the smoke?
I think that's wise. There could either be allies or more things that fuck it up like the orcs.
Yeah, I'll go up ahead. Okay. I can run away pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Okay. You are able to. You don't like see. You don't see any people or anything. In fact, you get all the way. You can get all the way to like any of the cliffs over above the raiders' camp safely. Actually, like you can take your time. You can scout carefully, but you don't hear sounds of combat. And you don't see any other people or anything. And I'm gonna switch the map over to the camp. Shall say
Chapter 7. Nice.
there are many chapters. Yes.
chapter 2 empty. Wow. So there's a
I
second.
know, that's what I'm like, uh-oh. Oh, man.
Ooh.
All right. The camp is almost completely empty. The smoke, and you guys can be you wouldn't be from this direction. Presumably you'd probably come from this direction.
Right, like we did before.
Like you did before.
Yeah.
What the smoke is the tents that were all kobold tents are like smoldering messes. It seems like they just burnt them down, and you can see a lot of deep ruts in the road of like many carts that left, and there is a single tent with a few people around it and a fire in the central area, and they even from like up here, like Zeal, you'd be able to get up. They're not like on high alert or anything. They're sitting around this fire. They actually have I didn't put a token in for it, but there's like a dead antelope, and they have a few horses too. Sorry, I didn't put them in there, but there's some horses that are like tied actually like to these trees over here, and you can tell that 2 of them are short. They're like dwarves or halflings, and then there's like 1 human.
Okay.
What the hell?
I pull my bow out. I put it away.
Okay.
Go tell the...
I was wondering, are you just gonna kill them?
No, I'll have it out for good measure, but we'll go back and say, what I see.
Okay.
It looks like the camp's gone empty.
With numbers like those, I think maybe it would be better if we just laid our cards on the table and approached in a group.
Yeah, I think that's wise too. They might not be, they might be like leftover slaves or something.
Yeah, they look. You said they look like dwarves. We didn't see any dwarves in the previous army.
I grabbed way too much stuff.
Whoa. Oh, you grabbed all my you grabbed all my smoke tokens. I hid those inside the tents.
My bad.
I carefully ruined the immersion here. I can't drag them in. I have to use a different tool to place
No,
them.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Wait, I can rewind time. Here we go. I'll do it again.
All right. Oh no, this time I am gonna shoot him. No.
There we go. Oh, whatever. It's not working. That's fine. All right. Yeah, you kind of come up openly, and when they notice you, and they just look back to what they're doing. They kind of like wait for you to approach. And when you get closer, these guys, you can see they've got, they got weapons, but they're just sitting next to them. Mostly bows they have, and like some small blades. And you can see the antelope is like, it looks like they're, what do you call it in hunting terms? They're like, taking the skin off and doing all that.
Yeah, they're dressed.
Yeah.
This butchering it.
Yeah. And they actually don't even like say anything to you from this distance. Like one of the dwarves like grunts and like nods at you.
I'm gonna stealth up to him.
You fail.
9 to 10. I can't even roll.
Well, I mean, if you're being actively observed, you can't stealth. You have to get out of line of sight to then hide.
Okay, fine.
I mean, you could have
walk gingerly up there.
This is just Zeal, right?
No, all of Imelda suggested just approaching as a party.
Just me. I go up. I can stay back there and I talk to them. Okay. I can speak Dwarvish.
Okay. Zeal stealthily kinda runs ahead of you guys.
Oh no, I didn't stealthily.
Okay. Carefully, cautiously.
Yeah, carefully.
All right.
I have my daggers in hand, but it's not in a threatening way.
Okay. One of the humans says, "Oh, I put those away."
All right. Well, I'll do a fancy little trick and then put them away. Okay. Blow them up, juggle them.
What's going on here?
Yeah, I'll come up too. I can't move my own piece, but
okay.
What happened to the cult that was here?
They moved out. Most of them.
What do you mean most?
Were you able to catch a few stragglers, I hope?
What are you doing here?
Catch them. I don't know what you mean. They've been paying us to hunt for them. There's still a few more inside. Right. They nod over towards the cave.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna pay you to get the fuck out of here and not speak of this ever again.
I'll tell them.
Do you know where the most of the cult went? Are they going to destroy another village?
We didn't ask.
Take your filthy coins and get out of here. And I'm just gonna throw.
Not much help.
I'm just gonna throw some coins in front of them. Maybe 10 or 12 gold, and fling them on the door and say, "Get out."
And in a more gentler tone, I'll be like, "My friend wants to pay you to keep your lives. So it's either death or just get away."
I don't think you understand, stranger. We have a contract with them.
Well, we have our missions.
I understand what
the highway.
I understand what a contract means more than you could possibly understand. And then I'm going to draw my sword.
Whoa. Wait a second.
All right.
The sheriff. There may not be any need for this.
You got to roll intimidate on that.
Yeah, Zashar is getting like really fucking pissed right now.
Me too. I'm already reaching for my daggers.
My intimidate is, it's just a straight charisma roll, but I rolled a 15, so it's 18.
Okay, they're like, whoa. We don't need any trouble. We'll get out of your way. And he says one of the guy's names. They like, let's pack up. One of them
Yeah, and I'll
mumbles.
say,
One of them
pick up-
mumbles
pick
like
up-
you might just catch like we'll just. One of them mumbles like, you know, we'll check back later.
You guys better change your ways.
They say that in Dwarven or Common.
Go help.
One of the
Good
dwarf
people
mumbles
in
to the other
Greece.
one in Dwarven, like, you know, we'll just check back later. We'll wait and come back and see
Well,
what happens.
I wouldn't recommend that. I roll a perception check because I can speak Dwarvish.
All right. They start packing up their tent and stuff, and they appear to be getting ready to leave. They put the fire out.
Did they pick up if I scattered 10 gold? Did they pick it up or did they ignore it?
They picked it up.
I want to go over to one of them and use my persuasion, and I want to say, how much are they paying you? I can pay you more to keep your mouth silent about this and never return.
Roll persuasion. See if they'll tell you.
Okay, that was trash. I am proficient in this, but I rolled trash, so
Yeah.
I got a 10 total.
Well, you previously intimidated them anyway, so they're like, a gold a beast.
And this is one of them. I'm trying to talk to one of them, not all of them at once.
Yeah.
I want to single one out.
Or you know what? I guess they'd say like 10 gold a beast.
Great. Because we made 100 from our last. We made 100 each from last thing, right?
Yeah, and that was partial payment.
Great. I'll hand him fucking 50 gold and say, you split this up with the others any way you like. But I don't want the cult. I don't want you to go back to the cult, and I don't want you to tell them any information.
I am like going so high.
I get what you're saying. Fine. He shrugs. We'll do no further business with them.
And which one did he give that gold to?
One of the dwarves or the human? A dwarf has been talking to you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Which dwarf did he give it to?
This one.
Hmm. Since I was up there and talking too, are they all paying attention to him?
Yeah. Yeah, you like, yeah, it would have been something like, well, they were all around here before. But they started packing up.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, good time to that gold back.
Okay.
Oh my god. Of course.
All of you might be able to tell what Zeal is trying to do. These guys are definitely wary of you guys, and if you haven't been talking to him, Zeal, I mean, you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
I know.
It looks like it's going to take them like probably an hour to break camp anyway. So they're undoing the furs on the tent.
If it's going to take that long, then we have time to discuss stuff.
Yeah, we have time to talk.
Good. Why he will not let me move far at all? Jesus Christ.
Wait, are you guys saying we do have time to discuss stuff with them?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
what
they
about-
have
an hour
packing up.
breakdown.
What about what's left in the cave? I said
Yeah,
some camp is left in the cave.
That's what really matters here, not what these guys say. There might be survivors down there. Can you tell us any? You know, my friend's angry because the people who are camping here hurt people that we know. So, if you could give us information about what's going on in that cave, that would be great. I'm going to try and make a persuasion, and being a young, beautiful woman, perhaps they'll react more favorably to me.
More graciously than
Just
they
get
did the
50
guy who
gold.
threw a weapon on him.
Well, they got
So-
50 gold out of it too.
So can I make a persuasion check on Mike?
Yeah.
There we go. So that's a 17.
Okay. Yeah, the dwarves seem like they're like not really wanting to talk anymore. They kind of just like, eh. The human says, he says, look, for today we never were allowed into the camp. We'd meet them at the outskirts. One of their men would take the meat. We get paid. It was simple as that. When we came back today, usually when we go on a hunt, we're gone for a day, sometimes 3. Today, when we got back, they were all gone, but we talked to some that were inside the cave there.
And they're still there?
Yep. I don't know how many. I talked to one guy at the entrance.
Was he a human?
Yep.
And what did he like besides saying hello, like, if you don't mind, what did you two say to each other?
Nothing. That's none of our business.
Notice anything else particularly interesting about any of this? You must have looked around in the ruins to see if there was any stuff that was suitable for you to salvage.
The ruins? You're asking like inside the cave?
No, I mean like inside the. There must have left.
He means the ruins of the campsite. He means like where the tents were burning and shit.
Like, was none of our business to go picking through their stuff, but they sure did pack up in a hurry. And you just looking around, you do see like, I mean, it's not like picked clean. There's like bits of junk here and there.
Hmm. Okay. I guess that's all the information we're likely to get out of these chaps.
Zashar is going to grab the nearest party member that's closest to him by the shoulder and say like, "Hold me back," and like whisper and be like, "Hold me back. It's taking restraint here."
All
right. Zeal is holding you back. All right, they slowly pack up. I don't know if you want to stay till they leave, or if you.
There's no point in doing that shit. I think we got to get into that cave, don't you guys?
I agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
This way, Zashar. You can focus your aggression on the real enemy down there.
All right.
Zashar is like nodding and says, "Yes, yes, yes."
Okay.
The one in Dwarvish, I lean up to the one that got paid and be like, "You're lucky that you're alive today."
They don't look very happy with you guys, but they're trying to pack up as quick as they can. All right, how do you want to approach the cave?
I can sneak in.
It's right there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, Zashar.
Yeah. No one at the entrance, is there?
Not that you can see from here.
There's nobody
You know what?
standing outside.
There's not anyone standing
Melvin,
outside.
what are you asking?
Is this, oh, sorry. No, I meant to say Zeal. Actually, Zashar, you might have to choke back that rage for a little longer. I've got an idea. Zeal, how would you like to be invisible and scout out that cave for us?
Ooh.
That'd be awesome.
I run up. I walk up and touch you, and you turn invisible.
Whoa! You can cast that already?
Yeah, second level spell.
So can I.
That is some power. That is some power.
Yes. Oh, this is fantastic.
Okay. Well.
Is this one of those things your mother taught you?
It's something I tried. Something I tried to forget.
All right. I'm gonna stop broadcasting in Discord, and we're gonna do a little quick scout with Zeal.
Hey.
John, if you could pop out a TTS as well, or actually no, you can press what's the button? H, F. There's one of the buttons puts up a blind or something. B. Press B, John. There you go.
Okay.
Jashar looks
Yeah,
thoroughly
blind.
impressed, and is calmed from his rage, and is like thoroughly impressed by this.
I elbow Zashar. Tars whispers, I can do the same thing.
Oh, Mr. Bragg,
Nice.
got to brag a little bit, huh?
He like
But
kind
it's
of gives
definitely
you
more
a,
impressive when Imelda did it, so.
he kind of gives you a like wide-eyed smile, and
All right.
whatever the medieval equivalent of a fucking thumbs up is.
Actually, Sean, before I let you fully look through this place, I kind of had intended, because I can't hide everything that's here, and you're not going to be able to scout out the whole cave, presumably. So if you could actually,
I'll switch over to Discord.
yeah, Discord, or actually watch the Twitch stream maybe, because I'm not or I guess I could if I broadcast in Discord as long as the rest of you all aren't looking.
I mean, can't you just go into a different channel and then broadcast there?
Right. Let's go to the table quickly. Okay. So. Okay.
I need to turn off Twitch now.
Yeah, you do.
There we go.
All right, and press B in Tabletop Simulator as well.
I minimized tabletop.
Okay. So you get in the entrance here. The whole party's not here, obviously, yet. This is outside, actually, here. And it's a fairly wide entrance. Like, it's maybe like 20 feet wide. The scale is different in here. Or maybe it's actually 30 feet wide. And there are torches lit, but the pathway seems to narrow up ahead. And it's not because... Well, actually, what you see pretty quickly as you get in, there is actually two people hiding behind a large rock here, and they look like they must have been aware of you, because they're hiding and they've got like their weapons drawn.
Got it.
Do you want to try and get past them, or how much further do you want to go?
No, I can try to get past them.
Okay, roll stealth. You still have to roll. You roll it with advantage. And they'll have perception with disadvantage.
Roll stealth with advantage?
Yep, and they'll have disadvantage to perceive you.
Okay, what is that? A 7, 26. I got a 19 and a 3.
Okay. Yep, they don't notice you.
Oh.
You get further ahead. It gets a little bit more dim. There is the obvious path forward leads to, and so the giant blocks. I had to block some. This 3D model, didn't work perfectly, but there's there's a little stairwell leading down into like an area with a whole bunch of different fungus.
Ooh.
And then the path goes further ahead. Also to your right, when you get into this area, you maybe don't look down at... Well, at a glance, it looks like the pathway narrows. Probably too much for you to squeeze through, but you can't tell without like getting a little closer to it.
Okay.
Do you want to go down the mushroom path or down the narrow path?
Can I roll perception to see if there's any traps?
Yes.
Okay.
Which direction?
Down the stairs.
Okay.
So I get a +2. And I got a 9. Unless I get any advantages or anything.
No.
Yeah. Still there?
Yeah, I'm just reading about that room. No, you don't see any traps.
Okay. And then I will do... I was going to say, yeah, I want to take a look. Because I got 60 feet dark vision, so I can see all that.
Okay. Yeah, you see... I assume you were kind of like checking for traps like at the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything obvious.
Yeah. I don't know how far you want to go without the party, but...
Yeah, I think that's as far as I want to go that way.
Okay.
I want to check out that little hole in the wall.
All right.
But I was gonna check for any traps down there because in my head I'm assuming that's like an escape route.
Yeah.
Right, come on. Although I don't want to get like a 20. Oh, same thing, 9.
No, it looks like it's too narrow for you to fit through.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go back.
Okay.
Roll another stealth with advantage.
No, your stealth is fine. You can just keep it.
Oh, even if I did, I got a 21.
Okay. Great. Let's.
If it wasn't for advantage, I would have critically failed.
All right. we'll go back to the other room, and we'll.
They bought a new place, and it's got like it's got leaks in it.
Hey, they know we're here.
Yeah, I mean, they bought a new place, and their place is, they kind of knew it was sort of a fixer-upper, but it's just like, oh my god, like there's cockroaches infesting the place all over the place right now.
What?
It's
Hi.
yeah, it's gross. Like I'm already like pissed about it. Just like living here, they didn't, you know, Daryl mentioned the cockroaches to me a couple of weeks ago. He mentioned them, but I don't think he mentioned how bad they were.
Oh man.
Like
Frank, just keep the lights on, man.
keep the lights on, and that's the thing is, if I'm using a dish, I have to wash it before I use it, regardless of where it's been stored. Like if it's been clean and sitting around for a few days, I still need to wash it because there's been cockroaches shitting on it.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
I don't know. I'm gonna.
Yuck, man.
Mom was talking about fumigating it, and again, they were in like kind of dire financial straits until they sold the house in Duluth.
God.
But I'm gonna be like, Mom, if I need to loan you $800 or $1,000 for you to fumigate the house, I will do that, and you can pay me back when the money comes through from the house sales, because you can't live in this. The conditions are just like, it's gross. It's really gross. It's bad. I'm really pissed about it.
Oh my god, that's awful.
No, yeah, it is awful. The cockroaches are gross, and on top of the cockroaches, the ceiling is leaking in like 2 places.
Man. Oh, and it's summer, so it's gonna be just humid and rainy all the time.
Yeah, and there's no, you can't get internet in the house. Like for me to even get internet on my phone, I have to be outside.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't care about that, but when I'm living here, I'm like, ooh, I'm glad I didn't bring a computer or something. I kind of was like trying to like, you know, just do like writing in a notebook writing and no screens and kind of like.
Sure.
I've been trying to do a lot of meditating and not doing very well at it. My normal meditation conditions are very different than this. It's so fucking hot. And
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like just a stressful location, so. Ugh.
yeah, I don't like to say it too loud, but I'm definitely deep in enemy territory.
Oh.
Careful, we're back.
Yeah, I see where you are. You're right on the border with
On that note, where are we?
Speaking of enemy territory.
Oh yeah. So Zeal, how like that? So that invisibility lasts for an hour, so it doesn't necessarily need to drop unless you get attacked.
Oh no! I'm still invisible.
No, unless he attacks.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah.
as long as you don't do anything like, you know.
Well, oh yeah. It's also I need to not get attacked. But you said that they know we're here.
Yep, they're waiting. There's 2 people waiting on the inside. I could easily take one out at the start, but they're waiting.
Well, then we'll have you do it. We'll have you do exactly that. But like, did you get past them and like, were you able to look at more of it?
I got past them and I got in there. There's a room full of mushrooms that looks like they're growing them for food.
Oh, that sounds great. Zashar hasn't had a decent meal in weeks. He's happy. He's happy to hear that.
Cave mushrooms, yes.
Thank God.
And then beyond that, I could just see another larger room, but going past that, I decided to come back and let you guys know what's there. I could go back in. I got plenty of time now that I know the spell lasts longer. But
yeah,
if we take out the first 2 quietly, we could probably sneak in even farther.
Well, if I have to, I can use my spell to give one of, like, if you can sneak attack one, I can give one a command, which will.
I could do a coup de grace probably, and just demolish one of them.
Oh yeah, and Zeal, I forgot to mention, and I've shared this art before, but I'll share it again here. They did not look like the usual bandits and riffraff that you fought. There was a couple that you saw like this, but yeah, they were dressed like this.
You're not on our stream.
He's in the dungeon.
Yeah, that's the dungeon text chat.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they had these masks on.
It's definitely cultist.
Well, even despite our best efforts, they might be able to raise the alarm. So since you've got an hour still, or like a little bit, you can't have taken you more than 10 minutes to do what you did. So maybe you'd be willing to go in a little bit deeper and see if you can get any more intelligence before we continue.
Sure.
I don't like it. I don't like that.
You don't like that? Oh, because you're thinking.
If he runs into something that can see invisibility, or that can smell him, or that hears his step, if he runs into danger alone, he's going to need our support.
I guess that's true. All right. Well, then let's make the best of this invisibility to take these guys out, huh?
I agree with that.
As far as I can tell, they're trapped at the entrance.
All right, I think we'll have to end there, but I will here. I'll put I'll screen the screen one more time so you guys can just see briefly what the entrance looks like, at least. So this is the outside, actually, where I have you all, and the cave. It's actually a very wide entrance. It's like 30 feet wide at the entrance, but you can see it's going to narrow pretty quickly. There's torches, so it's lit just as it looks here.
And does this have like a ceiling over it?
Yes, it's about 15 feet above you right here, but you don't know if it'll stay like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's a rock formation that actually all of you can probably see, even from like quite a ways outside the cave, that Zeal could like quietly point out to be like, yeah, there's two people hidden behind that rock in the middle of the room.
Is there a coup de grace 5th edition?
No, I don't think so.
No, there's not.
No.
Automatic crit.
Yeah, there's auto. I mean, but that's the same thing. It's like auto crit plus your sneak attack is heavy, but it's not perfect.
Yeah, I think that works on like paralyzed opponents or something, but
yeah, not on unaware opponents.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll address how you want to proceed next time, I guess.
Okay.
Sure.
So Zeal and Jay, go ahead and lock in your level up, and we'll get to actually go into a traditional dungeon next time.
Oh boy.
Well, I feel almost like I might have wasted that, but oh well. At least I got a cool reveal.
Yeah, you got some info.
It's nice to know that there's an ambush waiting for us.
Mm-hmm. And who knows?
It's not an ambush.
You don't know when Zeal's going to break the invisibility, so.
Right.
It's not an ambush if you know it's there. We can have Zeal get in position, and we just walk in, and he ambushes them.
Right.
Well, we'll address that
I'm
next
gonna
time.
practice my role.
Excellent.
All right, I'm going to cut the stream. Viewers, or do we have any viewers? One viewer.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.